Hi, y'all. My name is Ben, and I work at a company called Teachstone. Teachstone provides professional development in the form of online courses, real-time trainings, and interactive materials for education professionals. For our goals today, you can think of Teachstone as a school where teachers get better at teaching. I myself am an editor at the company. There are three zones I work in day to day that you may find helpful to think about if you've ever considered an editorial career. At my core, I'm a communications editor, which means that I review materials composed of text, graphics, and videos to promote their overall quality as recommended by these and other reference works. To actively apply my edits, I've also built out a technical skill set within a range of software applications for publishing content through print and screen platforms. Finally, there are the organizational and interpersonal elements of my job, including the management of time and tasks and the coordination of coworkers. I found my way to editorial work through a lifelong interest in writing, and any day when there's an opportunity to lean into the language coming out of Teachstone is a little extra rewarding for me. At the same time, it's helpful for future editors to recognize that our global economy doesn't exactly thrive on the written word, so this is a distinctly competitive career field. It was important for me to refocus my energy away from literature, which is edited almost exclusively in New York City, and toward business communications. The technical skills I mentioned a moment ago have been equally important in that the more competent you are in managing content in a completely digitized environment, the more eligible you'll appear to modern employers. You should want to develop your eligibility if you're seriously interested in editorial work. In fact, you should want to stand out, and here's why. First, think about an altogether different profession, such as web development. Few people are competent in coding, so when a layperson like me sees a web developer's work, there's a gap of almost magic between the work and my understanding of how it was done. That makes it valuable, makes it worth a job vacancy, a hire, and a salary. To the contrary, almost everybody is competent in speaking and writing, which makes the initial gap between the layperson and me, the editor, much shallower and much more questionable in its value. It's on me to widen that gap with expert use of these and supplemental technical skills. From my view, I'd be a valuable asset at any team, at any company, but I don't think I'm an arrogant or even particularly confident person. It might be interesting for you to understand how that paradox works in my brain. Language is a tool. At that definitional level, it's no different from a screwdriver, a stethoscope, or a rolling pin. The distinction in language is in its potential scope or its applicability. Consider this. You wouldn't use a screwdriver to advise someone on taking care of their heart. You wouldn't use a stethoscope to record an original cookie recipe. And you wouldn't use a rolling pin to describe the screw heads used in putting together a piece of furniture. You know what you could use for all those tasks though? Language. And the effective editor helps optimize such language. That's why I believe in the great value of what I do to make a living. In conclusion, editing rocks. Remember that it can be beneficial to think of editing as a skill more so than a passion, and that excelling beyond the layperson's skill set is a distinct requirement of the editorial career path. But if you're moved by the experience of taking a fresh idea from one human mind and cleanly installing it into another, editing may just be the best way to feel moved in your professional life.